Hello, this is Ray from Georgia RV Inspection and Repair. I'm doing an inspection, and we always tout our technologies that we use when we're doing inspections, and found a certain circumstance in which to demonstrate the power of some of the technology we use, focusing around some infrared. So I'm inspecting a Tiffin camper van. And sorry, I'm out of breath because I'm fat and been walking around. Just kidding. But anyway, no, seriously, I've been walking around. But so I looked underneath the cabin and found water, and I found a bunch of water near the inverter. There's water all over the inverter, actually. Inverter appears to be working, but that's another inspection video. But so I was curious as to where it was coming from, and so I started doing some more research. Now, if you're on the silver, I just say, hey, there's water in the compartment. It's coming from somewhere above, as I just look real quick to see where it's coming from. On the gold, I say there's water in the compartment. It's coming from somewhere above, and then we go and we search above and see if it's coming from somewhere directly above or to the left or right or whatever. We don't really go much further than what we can visually see, but we're doing a platinum inspection. So on the gold or the silver, if I can't reach back there, I'm not taking anything apart. But platinum, as you can see, I have taken the drawers out to find this water and its source. And as we can see, hang on, let me get this back here. And as we can see, there's a bunch of stuff back here. Now, there is water right there. I don't think it shows up in the camera, but it's wet right there. Now, you may be asking yourself, how'd you find that? Well, I found it first through the infrared in there. Oh, can you see it? So in some of that light orange area, some of that dark, that orange area is where we were seeing some of that water. So when I saw that, I was like, that's interesting. And then I put my hand down there, because the hole right there is where all of that water's falling through in that compartment. Let me see if I can get this to focus a little better into the compartment. So I can't really see much back there, and so I started feeling around because even though the infrared so doesn't always mean it is so. There's things that can make things appear a certain way, and that has to do with a thing called emissivity. I can never say that word. Emissivity, however you pronounce it. Anyway, so I always reach back there just to confirm. And I did feel something wet, but it was just a little bit. And I was kind of my hands all around in there with water being there, because I don't know what is around all of those. So if you look here, I'm in what's called pen mode. So I take my moisture meter, and I'm going to try and do this in such a way that you can see everything. I'm not sure how successful I'm going to be. But first, I'll show you. I touch here, I touch there, and then I touch there, and then I touch all around to see where there's water or where there's not water. The pen mode is more sensitive and more accurate to finding water. Then I will keep an eye on my screen to show me how much water is back there. So you can see if I go right to the spot, it's like 22%. So it's a pretty good amount. But now if I go and move over here, there's no water. So then I just keep touching until I find the area that's impacted. Yep. So the area that's impacted is just a small channel. So I can see that the water is actually running from back there in like a small channel all the way into in there. Now, if I step back here, give me 1 second, and go through the same process. See that? Give me 1 second here. You see that block back there? I found that block through the camera, which tells me that here, water's kind of moving around everywhere. You can see the block right there in the lighter blue. Okay? So then I took in pin mode and touched some more. So then I kept going back, all the way to where the shower is. You can see where I've taken stuff apart. Hang on just a minute. You can see where I've taken stuff apart here. That's inside of right there. I couldn't really get my hands in there. And I went to go try to get this off, but I couldn't get this off because the screws on there are really, really rusty. But I was looking, and I found, if you can see that space, I'm going to scroll down. You see where this clear space that you see right here goes away, right here? This is where the sealant starts. So if I put my finger back there, you can see it behind there. If I put it back here, you only see kind of like a shade. You can't see my finger. That should kind of help you understand what I'm looking at. If I pull it up, you can see it big time. You can even see the shadow of the rail there, but not here because of the sealant. So I'm wondering if he ran the shower, water came down here, water came through here, into here, and through there, or these valves up here will sometimes go bad, especially with the failure to winterize properly and stuff like that. So it could even be leaking back behind the wall a little bit, coming down and then going down that way, which is what I suspect. But I figured this was a good opportunity to show you the benefits of infrared technology as far as it relates to finding water, because of all of the things that can really hurt your RV, water is the worst, in my opinion. Everybody says other things, but like if it's plumbing and it's one plumbing issue, you can go in, you can reach the pipe, although it may take a while to get there. You can fix the plumbing. Electrical, you can find and repair the electrical. It takes a while to get to it, but it's not going to destroy your RV unless it starts a fire. But I mean, it's your typical electrical issues aren't necessarily going to start a fire. Or, well, let me restate that. It's not really going to escalate into something bad. You typically find them. The lights are off or something like that. When you don't find water, which is often, a little bit of water does an enormous amount of damage and fast. So, and fixing that gets expensive, like very expensive. Because if we were there's that down there where that hole is getting a little soft. But if we had to fix that and it was soft all the way up, we'd have to take this out. We'd have to take cabinets out. That's your electrical. We'd probably have to take that out to get to be able to reach back there. Take this out. So there's a lot that's involved. Plus you have your propane on that side as well, as you probably saw. So not necessarily just to cut the wood out and do the work and repair it, but just to get to the work is where the real problem is. So you always want to get your RV inspected. It's better to spend dimes to save presidents. You know what I'm saying? So, all right.